Okay guys, down here in the woods obviously. It is 3:49 p.m. and I figured I'd do a camp setup update. Well, not an update because I haven't done another one. But I got my camp set up for tonight's overnight, and as you can see, I've got my kindling. I split. Those are quarters. Those are halves. That's full. And then down on the side, there's some scraps of stuff that I didn't get burnt last time. And then up there, I got all my feathers. So I'm all ready for fire starting. I'm still collecting more, fuel wood down here. I'm gonna collect some bigger stuff, obviously, but I'm ready to go. I haven't lit it yet because mosquitoes aren't bad, bugs aren't bad. Right now, we got a nice cool breeze. It's not too hot, and I was kind of waiting until dark to start the fire because I don't want to use any more wood than I have to. I don't need a fire right now, so I just figured I'd do all my prep. My fire tools and my tools for this trip: Gransters Brooks, Scandinavian Forest Axe, ML Kephart, and my Northwest Woodsman buck saw. I know a lot of people think that I'm crazy for bringing that big of a saw and that full-size axe, but I'll tell you what, when it comes to fire prep, I like to have the big tools because, that saw folds up next to nothing. It folds up to the size of the blade. This piece of the handle and that piece down there fold up and cover the blade, and then that guy right in the middle goes right alongside of it. It's a very slim package. It's a little bit long, but it's slim. And when it comes to firewood and cutting wood, that thing just rips through it like it's a chainsaw. It's a really excellent saw, and it wasn't very expensive at all. It was like 25 bucks, something like that. And you can get it from northwestwoodsman.com. And with my axe, I can either do chopping with it, or I can do kindling prep. I can do all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. If I come over here, you can see this tripod I made, and I got my backpack hanging on it, and it keeps it up off the ground. It's underneath the tarp to where it won't get wet, and it's up high enough to where when I go to get something out of it or put something in it, it's right there. I don't have to bend over and mess with it, or worry about it tipping over. It's all right there ready for me. The tarp itself I put up kind of high. It's a 10 by 10 Etowah Outfitters, but I got it on a good angle and it's nice and taut. That'll shed the rain that we're expecting tonight. There was 20% chance of showers tonight, so that should take care of that. I'm using the Warbonnet Blackbird tonight. I'm going to do a video on that later on, but I got that guide out. Use the guy outs on just to give you a little bit more room inside the hammock. But that's this orange string coming off here, and I'll show you more in that in a minute. I will get up here and show you the rest of the camp if I can get out of this chair. Alright. So I'm going to come up here, and this ground is really gray right now because I cleaned my fire pit and I scattered the ashes. So yeah, I got my tripod with my backpack on it, which I could double as a pot stand or whatever. I got my tools down there. All my fire prep's done. I still got to gather some more fuel wood, but I cleaned all that extra wood that was sitting there. I cleaned all that up. I'm gonna get these chairs out of here in just a little bit, but there's my hammock. That's the tarp. These guy outlines for the tarp, or for the hammock, you can see is like bank line. It's bright orange so I can see it, so if I have to get up and take a leak in the middle of the night, I'm not going to, trip. But one thing I did is I made it so it has extra cord down here, and I tied a knot around this stretchy cord, shock cord. And what this does is when I'm moving around in my hammock, I put this cord on loose anyway, so it's got plenty of slack in it. But if I move around or whatever, it's swinging in the wind, I've got give. And what that does is it keeps the tension and the stress off the hammock. It's not going to rip, but yet at the same time it gives me more room on the inside. You can see this bug netting here is really nice. I've never had a problem with the bugs when I'm in this thing. I've also got my Cabela's Boundary Waters bag in there. Also the pillow I showed you on the video. There's a clip to the tree there. I've got the suspension as tight as I could probably get it, because I've got it hooked so close to the trees here. I probably could have gone a little bit wider on it, but that's okay. This is cool. I like this. This is a stuff sack for the hammock. Let's see if I can get it situated here. And what you do is you get it up here on this line, and you can shock cord this end shut and use it to hold things as a storage, another place for storage. And you can see I've got the same setup over here, and it's got out to that stump. Got a shelf. You can see that this is under the mosquito fabric, if my camera will focus. This is under the mosquito fabric, but it's a nice place I can reach from the inside to get stuff like my headlamp. And it's got good room, so I can put my reading material, whatever I may need in the night. I've got it right there. Plus I've got an internal guy line on the inside of here that I can hang my headlight from and read while I'm in there. Down here I've got this big area poking out here. What this is extra material on this one corner that they call it the foot box. And what it is it's extra room for your feet to go in, and you lay asymmetrically in this thing, meaning diagonally, and it allows you to lay almost flat, which gives you a better night's sleep. You're not bent in half or anything like that. So yeah, so that's my setup for tonight. I've got my tarp here. I just now noticed that I got a few tiny little holes in here, probably from coals from the fire. But when I get home, or the next time I come out, I'll have to bring my patch kit. There's a couple more right there. I think this thing will do fine for protecting me from the rain because I got such a steep angle on it for now. But I do have to remember to patch that. But like I said, my pack over here, you can see that it's perfect height. It's about chest height on me, and I can get in here and do whatever I need to do. Put stuff in here, keeps it up off the ground, away from the bugs, away from water, dirt. Not saying that stuff's bad things, but it keeps your pack clean and it makes less work for you. But I just basically tied 2 long sticks and 1 short stick. And what I did was I've got this little paracord grab handle on it, and I put that over the small stick, and the 2 shoulder straps went over the big sticks. Now what this allows me to do, other than putting my pack on it, I can hang my hat on it. I could put my shoes up on these ones, keep them up in the air and out of the, keep them from getting anything in them or getting them wet or whatever, because this whole deal's under the tarp here. I could do that, but what I think I'm going to do with my shoes tonight is, since I've got these little light tennis shoes on, is tie the strings together and put them up over my ridge line here and hang them up underneath here. kind of like they do in the, over the telephone lines. But yeah, so other than having to gather a few more, actually quite a bit more, I'm going to get some bigger stuff for my fire tonight. But like I said, I've got, that's pine kindling. I got the thicker stuff, that's quartered. Then I got some halves just to help get it going. And then the full-size stuff. This is just part of an old shelter that I took apart, and this is what's left. And then I put these bricks here because when I was camping down here with my tent, I was worried about a log that was on fire rolling down this hill and coming into my tent or hitting my tent and burning the tent up. So I put these little bricks here to keep everything from rolling downhill. So I don't have to worry about that no more. But yeah, so that's my fire prep, and that's my campsite. If you got any questions or comments or anything like that, let me know. And thanks for watching.